Greetings, survivors, and welcome back to another video. Now, I know I've been doing a lot of survival videos recently, but it's all I can really do for now. I'm working on some more videos. In fact, I even have a martial arts video planned, which hopefully I'll have out here soon, but for now, this is what I got. So, a couple weeks ago, I made an EDC altoid survival tin video. Now, it's a very practical thing, because you can, put it in your pocket, just keep it anywhere. It takes up almost no space, it has some practical items, and heck, a lot of people carry altoids with them anyway, so it's not exactly suspicious. But then someone pointed this out to me. In my altoid survival tin, there weren't that many useful things for actual survival. I mean, heck, what if you're at work and the zombie apocalypse starts, or something along those lines? You need to get home, but you can't just use rely on what you have in that tin. So I decided to update it with something not as practical, but a lot more inclusive. Here we have another EDC bag, but this one is more of a survival kit. Now, it's not as EDC, which stands for everyday carry, because you can't just put this in your pocket. However, you can keep it in your car, put it in your backpack. Or if you're like me, you could just use it as a way of keeping some of your smaller survival items that don't go with anything else together in one place in your backpack. But it works as an everyday carry thing too, because you can just take it with you. And it has good items and doesn't take up the space of full backpack would. And you can place it places. So ultimately, it's good items without taking up that much space. And also, again, you can carry it. Now, compared to the altoid tin, it's a lot bigger. I mean, look at the size. I mean, this compared to an altoid tin, it's the size of my head. Actually, it's a fair bit smaller than my head, but it's as tall as my head and as wide, but density-wise, it's completely different. So, it's a lot bigger, but it has a lot more useful things in it. So, when we look at the contents of it, now this is all stuff that has been in, now this is mostly, actually, as far as you guys are concerned at the moment, this is mostly stuff you've seen in my survival kit. I actually have another survival kit video coming out. I just need to get it set up ready. Now, first thing in the kit is a lighter. It's one of the usual lighters I keep in my kits. Nothing special about it. And, you see, I recommend always carrying around 3 methods of starting a fire. And I try to practice what I preach. And, so, of course, I got a box of strike-on-the-box matches. Now, of course, these are not even close to the best kind of matches. I mean, I'm just going to use one right now to demonstrate it, but it took 2 strikes in optimal conditions, and usually it's not that good. And of course, you need a striker to use it. If they get wet, they're worthless. But it's better than nothing. Now I actually have a guy who might be getting me some stormproof matches with a waterproof container, but I severely doubt that I'll be getting him. He also owes me a roll of duct tape and super glue. But regardless. Now here's a more thing that you would use on a day-to-day basis, or at least I would. My earplugs. Now I actually got these from my construction class, so they are construction grade. They can drown out they can drown out the sound of a construction classroom. So, and if you haven't been in one of those, let's just say, they get loud. Especially, I mean, just imagine around between 20 and 30 teenagers with drills or hammers or anything along those lines. But these are great earplugs. They have a cord to keep them attached, so you can't just lose one. Now, these ones, they have a little bit of earwax that's built up on them, but it comes off quite easily. all in all, I like carrying them because I actually do use earplugs a lot. I have actually used it in my experiments with sensory deprivation, but it ultimately isn't that that important for survival. But if you're using guns, your ears will thank you. Next, we got a headlamp. Now, I'm not going to go too far into this because it's going to be showed in a future video and I don't want to spoil any surprises, but it's a headlamp. Bright setting, darker setting, strobe lights. Sorry for any epileptics watching this. But it's just a headlamp. Got a good strap, and it's a good brand, Ozark Trail. I have a lot of my survival stuff is Ozark Trail. Next, we got my gloves. My standard black leather gloves. Their brand is Hyper Tough, which, in my experience, is pretty accurate for these gloves. I mean, heck, one time I was cutting a 2x4 into pieces for my fire kit. Yeah, I messed up when swinging my hatchet. These gloves stood up to it, the full brunt of a hatchet going down on them without, any damage done to it. These are strong gloves. Yeah, I actually got a full set, multiple of them in one set for, a couple bucks. Great deal, great gloves, and ultimately I would definitely recommend getting some, but they were generic Walmart, so I don't think I'll ever be able to find any again. And these ones are kind of, have some minor damage to them because the use I've gotten over them for years, so probably not gonna have them for long. Alright, next we got paracord bracelet. Now, ultimately, we got about 50 feet of paracord on here, which ultimately paracord is very useful. I mean, it's 550, 7 inner strands. It's pretty good. We also got a button compass, which is fairly accurate, a whistle. Just kidding, I can't actually blow it. My entire family's asleep right now, so I will get grounded if I do that. And on the inside, it actually has my third method of fire starting, a small ferrocerium rod, which admittedly sucks, but as you can see, you can get sparks, it's just a little tedious. In fact, this is actually the best I've ever gotten with sparks with this thing. Ultimately, it's navigation, signaling, cordage, and another fire starting method on one. Of course, I could just add more paracord, a compass, a whistle, and and I could either put in another fire starting method or just stick with the two that I got. But I see no reason in not compacting it into one. Of course, the compass could be more accurate, and the whistle could be louder. I could use more paracord, but then again, in the kit, not have much space. So ultimately, it's a decent option. And of course, same thing. Another thing that was in my last kit, in my altoid kit, my Swiss Army knife. And it's got a standard knife. It's got a standard knife, scissors, a bottle opener, a can opener, and a corkscrew, and of course, whatever the heck this thing is. Like, if any of you in the comments can tell me what this tool right here is for, please do. I feel so stupid not knowing it. But ultimately, it's, even without knowing that, I got a knife, scissors, bottle opener, can opener, and a corkscrew. That's 5 useful tools, that I have all in one small, compact item. And, again, Ozark Trail. At least I think it's Ozark Trail. The brand name kind of has come off over the year I've had it. 2 years I've had it. But ultimately, it's a great piece. It's a great thing to have in any kit. All the blades, all the tools are stainless steel, so it's not bad. Of course, I've done my own sharpening of the knife, but of course, you can only do so much. Especially given that I got this for about between $3 and $5. Next, we got tube of super glue. It's mostly used. I gotta replace this one, but I'm not really a fan of this type of super glue. It's more liquidy than the gel kind that I use, but ultimately, it's not a bad. Super glue is still a good thing to have. It can be used to stick things together. It can be used as an emergency suturing tool to use in a first aid emergency, which was actually what super glue was originally made for. But of course, super glue, it's multi-purpose, takes up very little space, and given its usefulness, figured why not? Next up, in the kit, we got a whistle. Again, not going to be actually showing it working because reasons. But I will say it's a good signaling device, and it travels louder than yelling, so ultimately it makes sense to have it. Besides, just fits the bottom of the kit, no problem. Then we got two things that that don't need to be in there, but I just keep it for convenience and, need a place to put it. We got this. It's an Ellen Cloister Black. It's an anime thing. Anyone who knows what anime it is, tell me in the description. And, of course, my lockpick set. Now, this, so far, I will say, I haven't got much use out of it. Don't question about the use I have gotten out of it. But it's not bad. Now, the case has gotten some minor damage to it, but ultimately, I'd say not the worst use of $8. Of course, with the $8 I spent, I could have used the money I had to get with the rest of the money I had to get a crossbow pistol, but ultimately it's good because breaking into houses for looting in the apocalypse. You might not. I don't own a crowbar, and my hatchet, well, it's a good hatchet, and I am a strong person, but breaking through doors is going to be pretty inconvenient. So being able to just get through locks will be a real time saver. Not just that, it'll save me energy, which will ultimately save resources, which will ultimately be able to save my life. Maybe. So lockpicks, that is a good thing to have. And next up, emergency blanket. Again, Ozark Trail. Now, this is made of a material that actually reflects your body heat back at you. It's waterproof, tear resistant. And because of it being able to reflect your body heat back at you, it can keep you warm in very low temperatures. In fact, the YouTube channel Papa Jake, they make box forts. They did a box fort using Mylar blankets like this. To make a box fort, which was able to keep them alive for an overnight challenge in minus 40-degree weather, which ultimately is a testament to how powerful these things are. Although it doesn't look cool, you're gonna end up looking like a space-age Eskimo, but it's a great thing to have. And ultimately, if you can't make a fire, then this is a good way of maintaining your body heat without risk of hypothermia. Next, and of course, the staple of all of my kits, well, most of them, is a knife. this has shown up in almost every kit I've made since I got this. My pocket knife. Again, Tac Force, German surgical steel, made in the USA. It's got tigers on it. But there are a couple key features here this time, such as the fact that I have had to super glue the belt clip back on it. The knife's falling apart, but that might be but that might be due to the fact that I have dropped it a fair bit of times. It's a good knife. The blade's great. Yeah, and ultimately, I'd say it's very reliable. Just, I don't have I'm not sure exactly how to say this, but it could definitely have a stronger build to it. But I do like it, especially since the open design allows me to clean the inside of it easily, just with have to use a cotton swab. The blade is great, and sharpening it is a little bit tedious, but that's just because I don't entirely know how to sharpen. And the glass breaker, while I never have used it, while it's being held to half of the knife with super glue, the other one still has a screw attached, so I'm confident that I can break glass with it. It's a great knife, and a good thing to and as I said, a knife is the most important part of a survival kit you can get, because it is your most important tool. And of course, the bag itself. Ziplock bags serve multiple purposes in a survival situation. It can be used as a bag. It can be used to store food. It can be used as a water container. And ultimately, actually, I think that's about it. But this can hold up to a gallon of water, because it's a gallon Ziploc bag. So, being able to hold up a gallon of water, all you need, it can be a decent water storage item, temporarily at least. Only problem with using a Ziploc bag for this is in my experience, you have to blow into it to get it to actually get to the point of where you can put stuff back into it. So now I'm actually going to just put everything back into the kit right now. God dang it. It's really annoying, putting the stuff in a Ziploc bag. And now, 1 second. And we are okay. And just like that, it's back in the kit. And as I mentioned earlier, you can take it, you can carry, you can put it in your backpack, you can leave it in your vehicle, or you can carry it around with you and look like an idiot. Or you can do what I do, and just use it as a way of keeping your smaller survival gear organized in your backpack. Now, thank you all for watching this video. Now, as always, if you want to see anything specific or just give me advice for future updates, comment down below what you think. If you like this video, click the like button. Make sure to let me know that you enjoyed it so that I can keep that in mind for future videos. And if you want to be notified of any future content I make, click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon, which will allow you to be notified of any future videos I post. And if you would like to help my channel grow, why don't you share this video with with some more people? Get the word out of my channel's existence. Get me more views. Maybe help me get on the YouTube's recommendations page. It is quite difficult for us starting YouTubers that are just starting out to get any attention from the YouTube. So the fact that my channel is growing at the rate it is quite impressive. Now, with that in mind, thank you for watching, and this is Randoman signing off.